Hello, my friends. We're here on our regularly scheduled live stream every Sunday between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. We're looking to start doing more during the week, but this is the one that you can definitely count on. And there's two ways, if you're new to the channel, two ways that you can get access to the chat and to ask questions on these live streams. The first is just to go to our YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders, and click on the join button at the top. Subscribe for supporter. It's $50 a month. It gets you access to ask questions on the live stream. The other way is to be one of our paying subscribers on the website Tarot for Traders. Anybody who's got a paying subscription has access to the live stream Discord channel where they can ask questions throughout the week, and those questions are answered on the next available live. So those are the two ways. And what we're going to cover in this video, first we'll cover SPY, we'll cover Bitcoin, and then we'll get into the questions and answers. So far so good. This is actually looking really solid as far as the part of March that we've come through. My sense is, based on where we are here, guys, it's quite possible that we saw the low already. There are some 1 months where the low was on the 7th. And the reason why I say that is because you've got this 200-day moving average here, and we broke through it temporarily on Friday, which if you look at the March low card on the 1 month, it's the devil card. That's a situation where like it looks like we're going to keep going, but we don't. That's a possibility. We'll have to see as things progress. But I do expect there to be a pretty notable move to the upside, or a lot of volatility and price change back into some sort of peak here. So all in all, looking very solid thus far. We are on track to have a lowest low here on the 10th, so maybe that we revisit it. Depends on where we open. If we open below that 200-day moving average, that would be very bearish. I might reconsider where the high was. But if we don't, which is more likely that we don't open below it, it's a different story. Either way, you could be looking for opportunity when we have this resistance on the 10th. We decline from that resistance into a lowest low or close. You open up a long, and I'll show you guys on the live Discord trade alerts and chart drawings as we progress. For those of you that aren't paid subscribers, this is an example of what the people with the early access subscription were able to see in real time, entry and exit, and I was guiding them along with that. I think there was one trade last week out of at least 7, something like that. There was one trade that was and if you waited until the following day to exit, you would have been fine anyway. So really solid stuff, guys. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going on here. So we did nail this. We were just a little bit low on the 1 month scale. We were a little bit late, early, but you can see how we entered into this pretty nicely. And when you're looking at these 1 month readings, if you're new to the channel, it's important to understand we're predicting the sequence of chart events. It's day-by-day chart behavior, but the timing, sometimes you'll need to give it plus or minus a day or two of wiggle room, because not each card's energy will necessarily line up perfectly with 1 day of time. So you want to pay closest attention to the sequence of chart events as outlined by the prediction. The timing becomes secondary, and really you shouldn't be trading this stuff on your own. It should be seen only as for entertainment purposes, to prove to you that extrasensory perception exists and can be used practically in the real world. But if you actually are serious about trading SO Meta, you must get access to our monthly access subscription on the website Tarot for Traders. I'll show you guys how to get that at the end of the video. And the reason being is that it's with the Discord trade alerts. This 1 month should be seen, you know, as an expectation, right? But if it's plus or minus a day here or there, it's on the Discord trade alerts that I'm able to update people in real time. Everybody else is kind of like out in the dark at that point. Hey, Magic Mountain. Do we go to 72K for Bitcoin? sometimes we're in the midst of like an area of the chart that it's like kind of between two events, and that can make it a little difficult at times to tell if we've got to go lower or not. But let me take a look and see what I can find here. Sorry, guys, I'm just setting up this chart here. If you're just hopping on, we're about to go get into Bitcoin here. We just went through SPY. After that, it's question and answers, as many of them as I can answer. Two ways that you can get access to ask questions. One, you could be a YouTube member of our channel, Tarot for Traders, $50 a month. You just click join and click on the supporter badge. $50 a month, unlimited questions on our live streams. Or you've got access to our Discord, which gives you the live stream questions channel where people ask questions throughout the week. Specifically, if they want them to be addressed on the live stream, they're addressed on the next available live stream. So what I really want to see Okay, well, it's a little bit difficult, right? Because we're on these 1 years, you need to give it plus or minus 2 weeks of wiggle room, right? We're in this change card, sideways fluidity, equal amounts of bulls and bear inflow and outflow. That sideways rotation should end with the fast sudden move higher. So we're close. We're close, but let's see what the cards have to say, because it's really difficult for me to determine on just using the SO meta in this case. Do we hit 72K? My first instinct is no. I got a no for that. Yeah, I got a no for that. So we don't hit that low. Often these purple lines that I use end up being some sort of support in the future. That's why I leave them up. Right, you can see how this was an important line. This is an important line. This one maybe not so important, hard to say. But I guess you're asking about this support down here at 70, roughly 72. It might even be a little lower, but no, I don't think we go there, guys. We were already in oversold territory. Now, if we do go lower, the card said no, but if we were to go lower, if I was wrong, then I'd want to see us come down into oversold territory again, because the March 1 month cluster on the 1 year is got the adjustment card, which is often a short squeeze on the scale of a 1 year. But what you can count on it being is a big move to the upside out of oversold territory. And that's exactly what happened here. We had this low here out of oversold territory. Now we're not in oversold territory, and we're actually not lower than that low either. I don't think we're going to come down even to. I don't think we'll come down even to 78, maybe. But we're not far from a bottom here, guys. We want to see sideways rotation and out of a decline, a big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. And any decline off of a peak should be considered an opportunity to open up a long position. So basically, any price level below this 94, based on the Ace of Cups being here for March's high, any price level there below that on the grand scheme of things, like if you want to do a 1 month kind of swing trade into April, any price level below this, like 94 roughly, is going to be a buy opportunity to open up a long. Now, obviously, if you time it right and you get it at the low, that's the best. But you should be able to get out of any long position that's purchased below that price level in March. You should be able to get out of it probably before the end of March. But if not before the end of March, then it would be in April. Hmm. So the fact we were supposed to have a peak around the 9th, 10th, and that really didn't come to fruition. We did have the Ace of Discs move to the downside. We we had a little bit of a move early in the day to the upside, followed by this Princess of Discs to the downside. Um, Now here on the 10th, we've got a brief peak that's easily missed, more decline. So it does look like we get down to 77. I would probably start buying around 77 if I'm wrong and we do end up, because I kind of feel like it could come down to this price level here. Cards say no, but I kind of, sometimes I conflict with the cards. It's weird. In any case, I would start buying probably around the 77 and not a complete amount. If we went lower, I'd probably add to it. Well, you know what? If we went lower and you bought it all up here and we went lower, either way, we're going to end up moving back towards highs. So overall, you'd be fine. Hey, Sharp Killer. Theta, please. I'll get to that in a minute. Magic, I can't get to XRP just yet, so if you got to go to sleep, my man, just click on you can go to the YouTube channel. When this live stream is over, it saves it as a video, so you can always come back to it and watch the answer to it, but I will get to that for you, my man. Let's take a look at some of these questions. So here's this early access live stream channel. This is one of two ways, if you're just hopping on, one of two ways that you can get access to ask questions on our live streams. And the way that you would get access to this live streams question Discord channel is to have one of the paid subscriptions, early access, monthly access. And I'll show you guys how to get those at the end of the video. Really, you shouldn't be trading this information without those services, guys. Those are the game-changing services that were necessary to transmute this information into consistent gains for other people, right? Because without that, what you get on a monthly basis are our expectations of what should happen. But there's cases where we're going to be off, wiggle room's involved, or in a rare occasion, like we're just wrong. It happens. There's human error, So it's the live Discord trade alerts that keep those people on track when things do deviate. In real time, we're drawing on charts. You have access to the charts. You have access to the live Discord. So I'll show you how to get all that stuff. If you're serious about trading SO meta-analysis, I'll show you guys how to get that at the end of the video. And then the other way that you can get access to ask questions on our live streams is just to join the YouTube membership, which is $50 a month, gets you unlimited questions on our live streams. All right, will TTWO be very bullish in the next 1 to 2 weeks? TTWO be very bullish in the next 1 to 2 years. Excuse me. Do I see 500? It looks like there's a sharp drop involved ahead of us in this 1 to 2 years. And then out of that sharp drop, there's a big move from out of the decline from the bottom of range all the way to the top of range on a multi-year kind of scale. TTWO. Yeah, no, this is going south. This is going south pretty hard over the next 1 to 2 years. But then again, remember it's followed by so like a multi-year move to the upside. So a multi-year decline, meaning on a scale of like this multi-year chart, the decline should stand out. Like this is a multi-year decline, right? That's what I mean. So we should have something along those lines, and then added that opportunity to open up a long position that'll take us from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. So the bottom of a range, we could be talking, let's see. Whoa, okay, so bottom of range is going to be all the way down there. All right, and then we should come all the way back up to that. Once we meet those levels, we should climb all the way back up into the 200s. Um, actually, looks like it'll be higher. So this would be a smart place for like a wise trader to exit out, because we can rely on us meeting this high. It becomes a lot less likely once we try to get max gain. But opening up long here, closing along here, probably a very, very good play. I'm not being really told to do any short kind of position, which makes a lot of sense because remember, this is a multi-year chart we're looking at, and you don't want to do shorts for, like, they're called short for a reason. You don't want to hold them for long periods of time. All right, so hopefully that's helpful, my friends. If you're just hopping on, just joining us, we're going through question and answers. People with access to the live stream questions on our Discord channel for the live stream questions. We're going through those questions. You can also ask questions on the live stream here through YouTube. The only two ways you can ask questions are to be a YouTube member. It's $50 a month. Go to the join button on our YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders, and support the channel that way. Or if you've got a paid subscription through our website, any of those paid subscriptions will get you access to the live stream questions. People ask questions throughout the week, and I answer them specifically on a live stream on the next available live stream. So IONQ, does it go to 12? Oh, and you want to know if TWO goes to 500 in the next 1 to 2 years. Forgot about that. Let's see. I got a yes for that. So probably towards the end of that 1 to 2 year period. IONQ, does it go to $12? I want to show you guys something. So I advise people to get into GRR or GRR warrants. And that was like right at the beginning of the year, or at the end of last year, actually. Probably it was November or December. Either way, look, percentage-wise, those warrants are up 400. That's crazy. Craziness. Not to mention we've got a move going for pretty well for GRR as well. 27.75 now. Look out for the 1 year, the GRR multi-year and 1 year reading to come out relatively soon. That's stuff that you'll have access to as part of the total access subscription on our website. And again, I'll show you guys how to get that at the end of the video. So we want IONQ, right? Oof. Does it go to $12? That might be a little low. It does look like it goes down to that low level. But we are definitely nearing bottoms. Like, this is so deep out of the money, deep oversold territory. We'll probably come back. We might use the 30 mark as resistance and then go under again, but not as far. Something along those lines. Maybe we break through the 30 for a minute, come back down below it a little bit, and then go. But we'll probably be lower at that point. Possibly, I would probably say here, here around the $14 mark is where I might start buying. And remember, guys, if you're trading SO meta-analysis, you're following this information, you have to understand price levels are like the least reliable part of our predictions. Our SO meta was designed for timing and sequence of events, not for price levels. So I always tell people not to trade based on an exact price level, trade based on a range. And that's why we use ellipses for the most part for our entry and exits rather than lines that indicate price levels. Hopefully that makes sense. It looks like it goes lower than 12. Really looks like it might go down all the way to like 11 or 10. We're around this purple line, so you might consider purchasing that like over 2025. Let's see what this is going to do. I'm being advised to be very cautious. This is going to do a lot of back and forth sideways rotation. Probably not the best one to be in long based on that. There's going to be other ones that stand out as much more bullish than a prudence card. Hey, Ape, will BTQQF stock be bullish in Q2 25? Was it BTQF? BTQQF. Will it be bullish? So, all right, so what's the overall trend direction for BTQQF in quarter 2 of 2025? This looks like there'll be a fast sudden move higher overall in Q2. If we break it down by month, April, May, June. Okay, so April, we're going to have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. We create a crest in May that we sell off from down to and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below that support, come back, break through that price level to the upside, and reuse it as support. And then there's a huge Lust card move in June. So that big move to the upside in June. I'd probably look for that crest. If I was looking to enter into this, I'll probably look for that crest to turn over in May, and we'll break down through key resistance, and then do a U-shaped reversal, come back and reuse it. Right, that U-shape is where I'd want to enter into a long to prepare myself for the big move, reaching for distant resistance on a 1-year chart scale, kind of. All right. Hey, Raj, thank you for sharing QQQ weekly update during the last session. You're welcome. Could you provide guidance for this week's QQQ? Is it going to go up or down? Any possible level? Please share a general idea on Mercury retrograde. All right, well, as far as Mercury retrograde is concerned, I still have that chart from the July-September one. This was really a great example of what you could expect, right? We have this is the shadow period of the Mercury retrograde in this pink bar at the pre-shadow, and then this pink bar here is the post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde. In between, from this moment here, which was November 25th to December 17th or December 17th, that's the actual Mercury retrograde period. But it's the shadow periods where Mercury really causes the most disruption. And what I've found since watching these 3 to 4 times a year since 2007, guys, that's a lot of Mercury retrogrades to look at SPY charts, and there is a pattern. Basically, what happens in the pre-shadow repeats itself in the post-shadow, but you got to understand it's never going to be 100% same pattern, because with the Western calendar and the weekends, the weekends break up the calendar, whereas the pattern of the astrology could still be taking place over a weekend. So in the pre-shadow, that astrology affects the market, and then in the post-shadow, where it's over the weekend rather than over the working day, it won't affect the market. So that piece of the pattern could be missed or left out. So what's best to do is look at the overall trend in the pre-shadow, and then I hesitate to trade in actual Mercury retrograde, and then I come back and I expect what happened here to happen here in the post-shadow, and you can see how that basically took place. QQQ. If you're just hopping on, we're doing live questions and answers. You can either be a member of the YouTube channel Tarot for Traders, $50 a month, gets you access to live stream questions on our lives. Or you could be one of our paid subscribers on our website, Tarot for Traders. You get access to the Discord channel for live stream questions. I'm going to show you guys how to get those subscriptions at the end of the video for anybody that's serious about trading this stuff. All right, so overall for this coming week for QQQ, full card opportunity. There's probably a quick drop in here. Probably a quick drop, offering an opportunity, a buy opportunity. That's my first sense, but let me see. Yeah, a quick and notable drop on a 1-year chart scale, or excuse me, on a multi-day chart scale, I should say. All right, so it could mean this success card for Monday could be indicating that there's a decline, but we successfully find support. That's what you can rely on. I'm not necessarily the decline, but we successfully find support on Monday, and that's on a multi-day scale. There's a crest, an overbought crest on Tuesday that we sell off from through multiple support levels. A rally on Wednesday that turns over, the notable move on a multi-day scale to the upside, offering opportunity to open up a short position, close long positions. And it might be that it turns over same day rather than the following day, hard to say. But that decline from that when it turns over, that decline on Thursday, out of the decline, there should be a big move from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range. And then on Friday, 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, usually confirming a bullish trend with the third cross being to the upside. That opportunity, if there isn't a sharp drop on the 6th, and then we don't see like significantly higher price levels on Wednesday, I would say that's a very strong indication that between Wednesday and Thursday, like overnight, there's probably a big drop, or a drop that starts on Wednesday and ends on Thursday, something like that. So that's if there isn't a big drop tomorrow and we just have support like right off the bat. Hopefully that's helpful, Raj. Appreciate you, my man. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to come back to the Discord questions in just a minute. Want to see some of these questions on here. Theta, yeah, let's take a look at Theta. Jesus. This freaking coin, my God. This is why the last Theta reading is going to be April. I feel pretty confident in it, but like it's just been such a pain in the ass. The moves to the upside haven't been nearly what they should be. The moves to the downside have been more than we expect. So it's not one that I'm going to continue covering. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow along with the prediction as frequently as it should, like most of the other ones. You know what I mean? So April will be the last prediction for Theta, just so you know. And so this is an example here. These chart drawings are an example of what we have as expectations on the 1 month. You get the access to this chart with these chart drawings, which occasionally they get adjusted, when things go a little bit not according to plan. Like we've gone down through this, so I'm probably gonna add some and then move this a little bit, and that's so that people don't lose money. Like, should I just keep it where it was, or should I help people when there's a new expectation, right? So this is an example though of the chart drawings that you get as part of the monthly access subscription, along with the Discord alert channel and Discord chat channel, all part of monthly access subscription. I'll show you how to get to the end of the video. Okay, well, my sense is that we're probably going to have a lower price level than this. I'm going to move this. Based on the fact that our lowest low here, we did come on point pretty much with the lowest low there. fourth, fifth, right? Fourth, fifth. It was the lowest low thus far, and then we had what we thought would be another prominent trough, but not necessarily lowest low, and it actually ended up being like a lower price level. So that's an example when expectations need to change a little bit. So my sense is that we probably go lower into this opportunity on the 21st. I mean, if I was long in theta, I would just stay long and look to get out in April, as predicted by the 1-year chart. But that's me personally, and I do not own theta, just to be clear. If I did, that's what I would do. Yeah, I mean, I would stay long in theta. Matter of fact, looking at this, I might have missed. This might have been. I had this as an alternate lowest low. This might actually be it. Really hard to say, guys. But overall, I see highs there at the end of the month, and probably higher ones. Yeah, I would probably exit here on March when we're at highs. That's where I would exit out of it. Um, It actually looks like this is probably the low. I might be wrong about this one here because there's an alternate. This was a very complicated reading. Like most of the March readings were insane, but there's possibility that there's a high here as well. It's hard to say. Like so, there's probably a lot of back and forth going on. But I do see highs towards the end of the month, as indicated here. And if things change, obviously my expectations change. I'll adjust this. Anybody with the monthly access subscription will know immediately that I've updated this ellipse because expectations have changed. And the reason why is because they have access to the Theta Network Discord channels as part of monthly access. XRP, do you think XRP is more likely to hit its 2025 highs mid 2025 or later? XRP is also covered by monthly access. I'm going to start only answering these type of info for monthly access people, just to be clear, pretty soon, guys. I won't be able to talk about XRP on the live stream. Or not all of the information, at least. Yeah, this is gonna reach highs around the cusp. I'm actually gonna move this out a bit too. Whoops, make it bigger. So the bigger the ellipse, guys, the greater time frame the reading that it's based on. So like you can see, this is based on a 1 year. right? And then when I get down to it on the 1 month, these smaller ellipses where I actually put in instructions, close near term long positions here, or hold for possibly higher price levels later on. Probably higher price levels later in the year, but if you're looking for like a near term exit, probably the end of the month here. It's either here in March or it's going to be in April. It's difficult to say because there's a high and a low within close time proximity to each other, and when they stack up on top of each other, it becomes difficult to determine which one comes first. But this is another example of chart drawings that are sometimes updated in real time. But anybody with the monthly access subscription, they get notified on Discord in real time, as well as the entry and exit moments that I see. Hey Nate. Hey Robert. Hey Proof. Hey AV. Guys, I'm going to cap the questions here because I'm running out of time. So please, no more questions. ICP. What? How do I not have ICP? I could have sworn we've looked at that a million times. That's Internet Computer Protocol, I believe, right? This link is going to get added to our total access subscription because this is one of the ones we have 1 year information on. And if you've got total access, please bear with us. We just added these services, the Discord and the charts, well after most of the 1 years were completed and recorded and posted. So we're doing some like catch up to get the information onto charts. If you got total access and there's one in particular you want me to look at that we haven't put up yet, just let me know on Discord and I'll get to it right away. Will ICP crypto start to go up by June? See, the ICP 1 year reading for 2025 conducted February 19th, 2024, 7:43 p.m. Oh, this should start going up in April. There's going to be a lot of movement to the upside in April. We're also likely going to see the April low more than once and the April high more than once. When it looks like possibly a multi-year high there in April, May, probably April. So there's going to be a pretty notable move to the upside. Like the decline here is opportunity in the end of March. Decline in the end of March is opportunity. So we probably got lower to go. Yeah. But you might consider like opening partial around these levels. We're pretty close to a major support. I'd open up partial long maybe, and then if we go lower into later March, I'd add to that partial. We got this big breakout move to the upside starting around the cusp of March, April, maybe even the end of March. Excuse me. If you're just hopping on, we're looking at Internet Computer Coin, Internet Protocol, doing questions and answers. You need to be a member of the YouTube channel or a paying subscriber on our website, Tarot for Traders, to ask questions on these live streams. And if you plan on trading this information, you must, it's essential, guys, that you have access to the Discord trade alerts and chart drawings. Remember, this stuff is just an expectation. Sometimes we're off. Sometimes the timing needs wiggle room. So it's with the live Discord trade alerts that we keep people who have those subscriptions up to date in real time. Oop, I want to put that on the other thing. And if you're new to the channel, red ellipses are where we expect to see reversals to the upside. Green ellipses are the opposite, where we expect to see reversals to the downside. So hopefully that helps, my friend. Will Bitcoin bottom out on the 11th, 12th, or the 17th, or the 23rd? God, it's so crazy. I'm going to move this a little bit. What I was saying, Proof, is that we're probably going to go down to 77. I got no a couple times for 72, but I kind of feel like it's still a possibility, like my gut says possible. But either way, even if you bought long right now, I still see higher price levels when looking at the 1 year and the 1 month. I see higher price levels ahead of us. So even if you bought too early, you would still be in good price range. So it might make sense to open up a little bit. If we go down to this price level 77, add to it. And then if we go down to lower than that, add to it. But eventually, we're going to have a pretty big move to the upside. And it looks like our low was still the timing's still on point for that, but it really ended up being down here, right? That's XRP. There's the Bitcoin 1 year. Yeah, I see a pretty huge move here, starting out of the lows of March and taking us into highs in April for Bitcoin. Just Proof, just follow the ellipses. Follow the ellipses on the chart, the Bitcoin chart. All right, so last one I'm going to be able to cover on the live is going to be AV, and then I'll follow up with these the last few questions there if I have time, guys, or we'll come back to them at on the Discord at another time. If you're just hopping on, we covered a bunch of stocks in crypto, SPY, Nvidia, ICP, a bunch of different stuff. Now we're looking at Nvidia. So this actually looks like it's possible that we see the same low again on Monday, but hard to say. Either way, this isn't an awful place to be opening up a long position. This still looks pretty solid to me. I'm not sure what you want me to update, AV. Yeah, so I think we're probably pretty close to a bottom. The only thing is that this RSI really is suspect. Although, matter of fact, it's not so suspect. You can see the personality. This is why it's important to look at the overall personality of RSI for each individual stock or crypto. The personality is that we bottom out and RSI doesn't go into the 30s when it comes to Nvidia. So yeah, we're probably at a bottom or very close to a bottom. But I would say we're probably at a bottom here. Nvidia also covered by our monthly access subscription, as well as Amazon. I'm going to show you guys how to get the Discord at the end of the video, or at the end of the live stream. Amazon's very interesting. Amazon is one of the readings that had a pretty strong possible alternate. So it might be that we see the bottom somewhere between the 19th and the 21st. And it might be that it's the same bottom. Either that or it'll be a lower one. I'm not sure why it's not on this chart. You can see here's an example where my drawing wasn't accurate. It happens occasionally, but most of the time we're on point. Here's another example. However, all these ones here were pretty solid. I think there's a good chance we see a low or the same low. There's a good chance we see the same low. It might even be a lower low, but there's a very good chance we see the same low again. And TSLA, that's the last question, guys. I'll be showing you the how to get the subscriptions after that, and then I'm going to roll. Tesla also covered by our monthly access subscription. All right, so this definitely needs to be adjusted. You're just hopping on. We're looking at Tesla. Final question of the day. We covered a bunch of stock and crypto. You guys, you can always see the beginning of this video if you hop on late. These get saved to our YouTube channel under the live videos. You just once it's done recording, once the live stream is over, then you can go and you can start it from the beginning if you want. Yeah, I would say we probably bottomed out on we probably bottomed out on Tesla. Oops. My computer's being buggy. Good old retrograde. I mean, we're well below the 200-day moving average. That's kind of scary how low we are. But I think we're probably this was a major price level here that we broke through. We're probably going to find support here, and then move to the upside. I might bring this down. You'll see. This even says close multi-day. This was from December. I'm going to move this down a little bit though. Put it in there. And the darker the ellipse, overlapping ellipse are higher probable locations where we're going to see the price level go, right? And the smaller the ellipse, the smaller time frame of the reading that the information is based on. This is going to get updated as well. Where did Tesla go? Oh, I gotta open it again. All right, let's see. Yeah, this really looks like it's bottomed out as well. All right, my friends, there's some live stream questions still in the live stream channel. I'll get to those as soon as I can, guys. Thank you to everybody watching. Let me show you how to get the game-changing services. You go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. The prices of these are probably going up very, very soon, guys. So anybody that gets them at these lower prices will have that for the lifetime of their subscription. Early access gets you access to all of our public posts, which come out earlier on Discord. And you also get access to our live Discord trade alerts for day trading SPY and swing trading SPY. You get the link for the SPY chart with the chart drawings. And then monthly access is our mid-level. This is currently $300 a month, vastly underpriced. Gets you everything that early access has, as well as it gets you the monthly predictions for each and every one of these crypto and ticker symbols. With day-by-day sequence of chart events and timing the highs and lows and all the trades that we see, as well as a Discord channel for alerts for each of these, and a Discord channel for chat for each of these, as well as the chart drawings for each of these. All that stuff, game-changing services. I really do not, you should not trade this info without the Discord. Just don't. It's silly. All right, it took me 26 years to get this good at trading this info. It's not as easy as it looks. But with that said, thank you all for watching. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. You do that by following through on the rule of karma. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of all profits should be donated forward to one of these charities, effectively perpetuating the flow of abundance forward in the universe. 5% of all profits from information on this channel should be donated back to the channel as a way to say thank you. Gratitude begets gratitude, my friends, and it leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, makes you an angel investor of the channel. Universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Not to mention, you'll be on my list of amazing people, because people with that kind of integrity, they're few and far between. I see plenty of them on the channel, so let's hope you're one of them. Oh, and hey, Love Yoga 33, appreciate the support. With that said, guys, I will see you next regularly scheduled live stream is next Sunday between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. We cover SPY and Bitcoin and then get into the Q&A. We'll probably get one other live stream on during the week. But that's all, folks. I'll see you guys on the next one. Blessings to all my angel investors.